Hi everybody, and you're probably thinking, what's this? A Battlefield 5 video from Rob? Surely not. Well yes, today on May the 23rd, 2019, DICE have released what is deemed to be quite a major patch for Battlefield 5. So in the interests of, keeping an eye on this game, which I've kind of got very, very mixed feelings about, I've gone in and played a game of Conquest on Aerodrome, probably one of my favourite maps actually. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to read out the patch notes for this particular patch. In essence, what from what I've read already, is what we're really looking at here is an improvement in visibility for enemy players. You should be able to see people a little bit better. They should have got rid of lots of bugs, apparently. They've now added manual leaning, although to be honest, I'd forgotten they'd added that when I was doing this gameplay, so I didn't bother. And lots of different little patches. I'm going to admit it, I enjoyed this game of Battlefield. This is probably the first game of Battlefield I've played in quite a few weeks. And yeah, it felt good. I was running around as an assault player for most of the game. I changed to a sniper scout later on, and I was killing people. We got the best squad, which was cool. I think I went 19 and 10. Yeah, it was good fun. And the thing about Battlefield 5 is, yeah, it's a solid Battlefield game at its core. You know, the mechanics are okay. The problems are basically with visibility and the fact that they've taken out spotting. But for someone who wants to play a lot of Battlefield, the problem with Battlefield 5 is the sheer lack of content. DICE keep throwing mini game modes at it, you know, variations on game modes like Breakthrough, Fortress, I think they call it, don't they? And they do Squad Conquest and all these things, when what we really want is we want more maps. I did a video not that long ago where I think at this time in Battlefield 1's life cycle, I think we had 15 maps. And I think we've got 9 in Battlefield 5. You know, we'd had the French DLC basically come out, and They Shall Not Pass. And when DICE and EA said, hey, for Battlefield 5, don't worry, there's not going to be a premium pass. We're not going to split the player base up by doing that. You know, we're going to keep everybody playing together because the content's going to release for free. What we weren't expecting was there actually wasn't going to be any extra content, really. I know we're getting another map soon, a Pacific map, and we've got Firestorm. And there has been an update for Firestorm, so I will get on and I will try. I will probably do a video about Firestorm. I don't know whether I'll do it tonight or maybe tomorrow. And they've added some areas into it. But in essence, it's that lack of that lack of content. But hopefully, one of the things that Jack Frads was saying in one of his videos is DICE are also rolling back quite a lot of the ideas of scarcity and attrition. The idea that you spawn in with not very much ammo and health is difficult to get and stuff like that. So, you know. Anyway, let's read these patch notes anyways. Well, you can watch the gameplay in the background. So what DICE say, Jakib Amaji says is, in his introduction to the patch notes, is, welcome to the May update. This is a quality of life update that addresses issues that have been mentioned within the Battlefield community. The Firestorm map of Halvoy has gotten multiple changes as our Battle Royale experience keeps evolving. Read all that about in our Firestorm improvements article. As per popular request, we've done some tweaks to the lighting on soldiers in dark areas to improve visibility. For more details on this, please see our post on Reddit. Interesting. See, I'm sorry to interrupt again, but I'm a bit disappointed that they say stuff like that. You know, we're doing this because the community wants it. I mean, that's great that they're making changes because the community wants it, but they should be doing it because it makes the game better and more fun to play. You know, because they're almost saying, look, well, we don't really agree with this, but the community has asked for it, so, you know, so we're doing it. You know, we don't really agree with it, but you guys want it, so it probably doesn't make the game any better. It probably makes it worse, but we're doing it because you lot keep shouting about it. And it's like, yeah, alright then. Okay, vehicles. They've added the reloading icon, which was missing when using the Churchill. Howitzer specialisation. Fixed an issue which would cause players to fall slightly below the ground when going into the bleed out state after getting killed while in a plane. Improved turning rates for planes. Bombers should no longer be able to outturn fighter planes. Yes, that was... I don't fly in aeroplanes very often, but that would be pretty bad. Fix the bug that would cause aeroplanes not to resupply under certain conditions. Changed irreparable damage multiplier on rocket versus fighters from 1.8 to 0.18. This fixes the issue of rockets dealing a too high percentage of their damage as irreparable damage when damaging fighters. Blah blah blah. Fixed an issue that would randomly cause camera shakes and bumps when in a tank in first person view. While in a vehicle, the splash damage indicators that appear when damage is taken from anti-tank weapons now show the correct direction. Good. Passengers that exit your tank no longer block your shots when playing the entry-exit animation state. New visual dust effects have been added when tanks fire their main cannons. Great, less visibility. Fixed the bug that would enable the Ju-88A to automatically get resupplied without passing the supply station. Improve the animation when a player jumps out of the Ju-88A. Is that the Stuka, is it? Ju-88, I think it is. The camera will now have a smoother movement and less stutter when the exit animation plays. Weapons, gadget and specializations. Fixed an issue that was causing slight misalignment when using the mint or gold plated skins on the EMP, whatever that is. Fixed a bug that would cause the weapon model to not show in third person if the player is switching between weapons and gadgets in rapid succession. Fixed an issue with the MAS-44 which would make the magazine invisible in third person view if a certain combination of skins was used. Onto Gadget Tweaks. In this update we are bringing new changes to the health and ammo crates with the goal to make these gadgets more interesting choices in defensive scenarios. Crates now inherit the soldier's speed to increase the throw distance. Crate's throw speed is now affected by the pitch angle to enable higher throwing arcs. Crates now attached to the terrain when landing to ensure they always land upright. So medic crates, this is quite important, these two. When selected, it heals nearby friendlies in a 2-meter radius from the crate. This effect is interrupted for 2 seconds while taking damage and for 1.5 seconds while being suppressed. When deployed, it heals nearby friendlies in a 2-meter radius from the crate. They just repeated themselves. When equipped in a gadget slot, friendly players can interact with friendly medics to get health. Now this is really good. This is how medic crates work in Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 4. So you put down a medic crate and people who are standing nearby get healed. At the moment in Battlefield 5, if you didn't know, you have to run up to the crate and in effect you're picking health out, which then heals you and you end up with a spare bandage to heal you. But yeah. And they're also saying that you can run up to a medic who's got the medic crate equipped and grab health off him, which again is good. So now, from what I understand though, if they've got the medic, the bandages equipped, where they just throw the bandages out at people, you won't be able to go up to those medics and get stuff off them, which trust me is a bit mental. They should be able to, if they're a medic, you should be able to get health off them, shouldn't we? Ammo crates. When equipped in a gadget slot, friendly players can interact with friendly supports to take ammo. So if someone's got the ammo crate as one of their gadgets, you can run up to them and grab ammo off them. Looks like they haven't bothered to add a area resupply to the ammo crate when it's on the floor. You'll still have to go up, interact with it, and that will then reload you. So that's a bit of a shame. So going in the right direction, but come on, I mean, the game came out in November, didn't it? And it is now almost June, and we're still doing quality of life things. That theory that Battlefield 5 wasn't meant to come out until the new consoles in 2020 kind of really started to make sense now, isn't it? And that we should have had a different game this time. Weapon tweaks. P08 carbine, improved firing animation with iron sights to be less distracting, reduce recoil, speed up recoil damage, can no longer be used while swimming. Commando carbine. We found the commando carbine was a bit lacking at medium range already due to low damage and slow projectiles making landing shots hard, so they've changed the specs for that. And the M28 Contrombocino, they've done stuff with that. Here we go. Assault rifles and SMGs, improved accuracy in aim sustained fire from the second shot. Sidearms, improved accuracy in unaimed sustained fire from the second shot for all sidearms except the Mark 6 revolver. This means follow-up shots in hipfire will be much more accurate than before. Lighting. Right, here we go. Improvements to the lighting on soldiers. This is a shader that makes third-person soldiers a bit more visible when in dark areas. This change is only applied to multiplayer and Firestorm. If you'd like to learn more about this in detail, please read this article. But I can't open the link, so we can't. from the game, it looks like you can see people a little bit better. But I tell you what, look at the gameplay that I'm playing now with the STG 44. Is it the STG 44? Look at how dark the sight is when I ADS. It's nuts. This guy's got the dirtiest sight you've seen in your life. Look how dark it is. It's crazy. Manual leaning. Here we go. So in essence, from what I understand from reading these patch notes, on consoles, when you aim down sight, if you click in the right or the left stick, you'll then lean in those respective directions. So give it a go. Well, and I tell you what, I tell you why that's really good. Really, really good. I tell you why that's really, really good. Because what I do often, and it'd be interesting I tell you what you should do as well, when you're watching this gameplay, see if I do lean by mistake, because I have this terrible habit of when I see someone, I involuntarily click in the right stick on my PlayStation controller. And in games like PUBG, that doesn't really matter, because it just means you lean. But what happens in Battlefield 5 and Battlefield 4, Battlefield 1, is you then stab. You come out of shooting your gun and you get your melee weapon out and you try and stab. And that means, especially in Firestorm, I would lose lots and lots of gunfights. You don't get a second chance in Firestorm, do you? Didn't really notice it that much in Battlefield 5 because you die and you respawn. So that's good, but it's only when you're aiming down sights you lean. Which, is that like PUBG? Yeah, I think PUBG's like that. Do you only lean when you're aiming down sights? Can't remember. No, I think you can lean anyway, can't you? But anyway, be good to give it a go. Other soldier changes. Fix the bug that would cause the player to be stuck in a death state. Players can now trigger landing rolls using the jump button when hitting the ground. Landing roll is now timing based. Players have to hold the button within a third of a second before hitting the ground to trigger it. It was a little bit too easy when you just had to hold down the button. Fixed an issue where players would get killed if they switched seats in the vehicle, left the vehicle, and then the vehicle got destroyed. Fixed a rare issue that was causing soldiers to be misaligned against ladders when climbing them. Fixed an issue when in some cases a soldier standing still while looking around would not always be properly updated. From the other player's point of view, that's a funny one. So what that is you're looking at someone, it looks like they're not looking at you, so you think, aha, I can shoot, I can take my time to shoot this person. Look at all these guys running past me. Yeah, and then they're actually looking at you and they're doing the same thing and they shoot you. Fix the bug in rare cases that would enable a player to fire their weapon and use gadgets while in a bleed out state. Improved soldier ragdoll behaviour when they die in water at the same moment as they are vaulting over an object. The interaction functionality now only affects the object that is usable and closest to the player instead of triggering multiple objects closest to the player at the same time. Improved soldier stability on slopes. Player will now slide less often when terrain becomes a bit steeper. Maps and modes. Removed the placeholder box from the practice range. Firestorm. Altered the map and added 3 new distinct locations. Watchtowers, excavation site and Blue Forest. Firestorm mixed multiple clipping issues. There's stuff about combined arms. Aerodrome. That's this map. Improved the capture area on Flag A. On Conquest. Players will no longer be able to climb up on top of the hangar near Flag E when playing Conquest. Harass added bullet penetration to the leaves and branches of the big tree close to Flag A. Removed the magical ladder inside a house that would teleport players. That had to go. Yes. Devastation. Players can no longer get stuck between the railing and the canopy. And various little things. Oh, Hamada, here we go. Added bullet penetration to a certain bush that was previously bulletproof. Added more tank supply stations to the outer points on Conquest. That's very important, because Hamada is such a huge map that when you're in a tank and you run out of ammo or need repair and you've got to drive around forever. Players will no longer be able to hide below the grounds near the D flag when playing Conquest. Good. More stuff. Panzerstorm. The fuel tank near capture point D and ground operations. Airborne no longer clips with the ammo resupply station. Other changes. Weapons earned through class progression are now properly unlocked even if the player leaves mid-round. There's lots and lots of little bugs. Stability. Various crash fixes and improvement stability. Fix the specific crash that was causing instability. Then there's PC specific improvements. So, yeah, well, there we go. quality of life patch is what DICE have called it. Yeah, welcome to the beta that is Battlefield 5. But as you can see from the gameplay in front of us, you know, I am having a lot of fun playing this. Things I would still like to see happen. I still think they should bring back spotting, so that we can spot our enemies, because for me that is an integral part of Battlefield. They need to... I didn't play as a medic in this particular game, but they need to change the way the medic syringe works, change it back to the way it used to in Battlefield 5, and the way that paddles used to work in Battlefield 4, where you select the syringe or you select the paddles and you use it like a weapon, use the trigger to activate it rather than waiting on a quick time event. When you run up to somebody in Battlefield 5 as a medic, or if they're in your squad and you want to revive them, you've got to wait for the little, I think it's a square, to appear, and you press that, and sometimes what happens instead of doing that, you swap weapons with them, and it's just rubbish. It's terrible. But the biggest thing though in Battlefield 5 is we need more content. Please stop worrying about single player content with combined arms and things like that. It's a pity we don't get to see this artillery barge come in. Actually, I call in on this tank. Stop adding these silly little modes. What I'm interested in Battlefield 5 is the big modes: Conquest, Front Lines, Breakthrough, Rush, Operations, sort of, and Firestorm. I want them to be really good. And I want more maps. Maybe not another Firestorm map. We don't need another Firestorm map, but we need more Conquest maps. And if you don't give us that, I'm a level 50 on this game, so I put a lot of hours into it. In fact, they don't even say they've improved. They've moved the level cap up, do they? Unless they do these things, I won't be coming back to Battlefield 5 because although it's fun, it's a bit boring. I'd rather play the amazing maps that we have in Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 4. Playing like Suez or Edge of Empire or any of those ones. They're better than almost... I would say the best Battlefield 5 map is about as good as probably the worst Battlefield 1 maps, isn't it? You've got to say. I would say, Anyway, though, that's enough of me. What I'll do is I'll leave you with the gameplay. There's still another couple of minutes to go. Put your questions and comments down below. I'll put a link to the actual show patch notes in the YouTube description down below. If you enjoy the video, obviously press like. If you want to see me, press subscribe. There is also, I should start mentioning this now, in the description, in the YouTube description, there is a link to my Patreon as well. So if you fancy supporting the channel by a couple of bucks a month to buy me the odd beer or the odd coffee, that would go down very well indeed. Anyway, thanks again, and I will see you again soon.
Verdammt, ein Panzer!